Hello, good evening, Professor Mark. Today I am excited to introduce you to an intriguing book, The Maze Runner. Written by James Dashner, this book is the first in a thrilling dystopian series that has captivated readers all around the world, especially here in the Philippines. The Maze Runner is a dystopian science fiction novel primarily targeted at young adults. It was first published in October 6, 2009, and the story is set in a post-apocalyptic world and follows a group of teenagers who find themselves in the center of a complex and dangerous maze with no memory of their previous lives. Now, let's talk about the author, James Dashner. Born on November 26, 1972, Dashner is an acclaimed writer known for his work in the young adult science fiction genre. Besides The Maze Runner, he has authored several other popular books, including The Scorched Trials, The Death Cure, and The Eye of Mines. His gripping storytelling and imaginative worlds have made him a favorite among readers. So, if I were to associate the Maze Runner with any object, I would choose the Katol, or mosquito coil. The Katol represents the journey of the flame as it navigates through circles to find its way out. Similarly, the characters in the Maze Runner must navigate through a complex maze, facing numerous circles of confusion and danger to find a way out. Just as the flame in the Katol makes its way through widening paths, the characters must also make difficult choices and overcome obstacles. The Katol serves as a tangible representation of survival, the journey, and self-discovery, mirroring the experience of Thomas and his friends as they seek to escape the maze. So, the setting. So, in the Maze Runner, the settings are the box. It is an elevator where Thomas wakes up, disoriented and with no memory. The box used to bring new gliders and supplies to the glade. It is a dark, confined elevator with interior. Second is the doors. It's a large stone doors in the walls of the maze. It opens every morning and closes every evening. It leads into the ever-changing maze. It looks like a massive stone doors partially open. Next is the glade, a huge area enclosed by 100-foot stone walls, divided into four areas: the gardens, the bloodhouse, the homestead, and the deadhead's forest. The certain living area for the gladers. It has the area view of the glade showing stone walls and divisions. Next is the gardens. It is the area where the gladers grow their food, includes various crops tended by the gladers. It has an image that looks like a lush vegetable garden with gladers working. Next is the bloodhouse. It is an area designated for raising and slaughtering animals. It provides meat and other animal products for the gladers. It looks like a pen with livestock and gladers tending to animals. The homestead, the main living quarters for the gladers. It is where they sleep and take shelter. It is look like a rustic cabin-like structure that serves as a multiple beds inside. Next is the Deadhead's Forest. It is a forested area and a place for reflection and remembrance. It is a very dense, eerie forest with makeshift graves. So, for the characters, we meet Thomas, our protagonist. He wakes up in the box with no personal memories, thrown into a mysterious environment called the Glade. As the story progresses, Thomas becomes a crucial in the Glader's quest to escape the maze. Next is Chuck. Chuck is one of the first friends Thomas makes in the Glade. He's a Glader who brings a sense of innocence and loyalty. Chuck's friendship is vital for Thomas as he navigates the challenges for the maze. Next is Teresa. Teresa is the only female Glader and has a unique telepathic connection with Thomas. Her arrival in the Glades marks a turning point in the story. Teresa's telepathic powers plays a crucial role in the unfolding events. Albi is the leader of the Gladers and one of the first to arrive in the glade. He is a dark-skinned man known for his strength and leadership qualities. Albi's knowledge and experience are invaluable to the group. Next is Newt. Newt is the second in command. Known for his blonde hair, he is a calm and rational presence among the Gladers. Newt often serves as a mediator and provides support to Albi. Next is Minhu. Minhu is the keeper of the runners, the group responsible for exploring the maze. His role is crucial as the runners map out the ever-changing maze. Minhu's bravery and skills are vital for the Glader survival. Next is Gally. Gally is the keeper of the builders and Thomas' first enemy in the glade. He is often in conflict with Thomas and becomes the main antagonist, because Gally's opposition adds tension and challenges for Thomas and the others. A man wakes up in a dark box that is like an elevator, with no memory except for his name, Thomas. The elevator brings him to a place with large stone walls. The glade is lived by Gladers who are also like Thomas, who have no memories except their names. The Gladers have created a society and spend their lives farming, raising animals, and trying to solve the maze that surrounds them. Every night, the large stone walls of the maze close, and monsters called grievers roam in the maze. One day after Thomas arrived from the box, a thin, beautiful girl appears from the box as around 15 to 16 years old that looked dead because she looked pale and had pearly white skin. The girl then suddenly opens up her eyes and stared, mumbling words, and said one sentence, in a hollow and haunted but clear sentence. Everything is going to change. The girl falls into a coma shortly after arriving, and in her right hand a wadded piece of paper had 5 black words. She's the last one ever, and made Thomas curious about the maze. Her presence triggered several changes, such as the large stone doors not closing at night, exposing them to the grievers. Thomas got more curious about the glade and the maze, and found out he has a telepathic connection with the beautiful girl. The beautiful girl, named is Teresa, also had a telepathic connection with Thomas. He then goes out for an expedition in the maze with the runners, and they uncover a piece of information. They found a computer chip stuck on a griever's body. Thomas then uses the griever's thing to recover his lost memories that he could be the key to their escape from the glade. Thomas recovers his memory. He uses his memories to plan their escape, with Teresa, Newt, Minho, Frypan, Chuck, Winston, Jeff, and Jack, and other Gladers to escape the maze. They were very determined to go inside of a griever hole to find the exit. They found a computer for the exit, but some of the grievers attacked them. While fighting the grievers, Teresa was able to input or enter the code to a computer in a hidden exit in the maze. They exited the maze, but along the way they lost some of the Gladers because of the grievers. After exiting the maze, they learned that they were in a wicked control center. They found out that the purpose of the maze and it's a part of an experiment to find a cure for the flare virus, which is a man-made disease. After Thomas and the others found out the purpose of the maze, they were greeted by Gally, who throws a knife at Thomas, but Chuck sacrifices himself for Thomas. Chuck is Thomas' first friend. Thus, Thomas got angry because of Chuck's death. He then jumps on Gally and beats him up real good. Then a rescue group claiming to be rebels opposed to Wicked, who seem to kill the Wicked staff, arrives and rescue them. They were taken to a safe house where they were given food, water, and shelter. Somehow, Thomas feels a mix of relief and uncertainty about their future. So, the conflict. Man versus environment. The teenage boys who live in the glade face the challenges of surviving in an unfamiliar environment, the maze, which is filled with grievers and unchanging maze. They have to navigate the physical obstacles of the maze when the large stone doors open, while also dealing with limited food, resources, and the threat of the grievers. Every night, the large stone walls of the maze close and monsters called grievers roam in the maze. Man versus society. The Gladers are part of a controlled experiment orchestrated by Wicked, where they are subject to trials without their consent. They must grapple with the rules and dynamics of the society they form within the glade, while also questioning the motives of the organization behind their predicament. This conflict is illustrated when Thomas and the others discover the true purpose of the maze. Exiting the maze, they discover they are in a wicked control center, learning the true purpose of the maze as a part of an experiment. Theme: The Maze Runner has the theme of survival and identity throughout the story, because it shows the journey of self-discovery when Thomas and the other Gladers hold onto their forgotten past and create their own new identity within the glade and the maze. Will you recommend the book? Why or why not? Yes, I would highly recommend The Maze Runner to others, especially to fans of dystopian fiction and Wattpad readers. The book offers a fast-paced plot that keeps readers on the edge of their seats with its dark and very intensive narrative. James Dashner creates a gripping atmosphere full of suspense and mystery, making it hard to put the book down. The story is unique setting and the constant challenges faced by the characters provide an engaging experiment or experience. Additionally, the themes of survival, friendship, and the quest for truth resonate deeply, making it not only an entertaining read but also a thought-provoking one. Overall, The Maze Runner is an excellent choice for anyone looking for an exciting and immersive adventure.